What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction with your host, the ignorant eclectic Mad Genius. And today, we back in our conspiracy theory bag, and today we're back on the truth is in the moment Scary Movie 6 stopped being funny. I don't know what this means, but you know, oh, if you got- yeah, I guess that's Kai. Kai was in the movie. I'm guessing. I ain't seen the movie yet, but yeah, let's do this.
Six is hiding a massive problem.
Oh, hit that like, hit that sub, tell a friend to tell a friend. And like I always do, the link for this original video will be in the description below. Yeah, let me stop talking.
While people are stuck debating if the movie was actually funny or just really corny, no one seems to be asking the real important questions. How was any of this acceptable? How is this scene supposed to be funny? And how was this approved to be in the movie? I know that Scary Movie 6 was supposed to be silly, but it seems like they used that parody label to get away with themes that are just flat out disgusting. Were they just trying to push the limits of comedy? Or is there a more calculated reason behind this? Today, we analyze Scary Movie 6 to see how Hollywood is trying to desensitize you. When I was a kid, my brother took me to watch the first Scary Movie.
Wow.
Obviously, young me found it completely hilarious. It was a product of its time with silly jokes and corny quotables that became all the rage back then. As we all remember, those movies opened the doors for a whole genre of parody movies that came out every year. While those older movies often featured controversial themes, they are nothing compared to Scary Movie 6. This movie wasn't trying to be funny, it was trying to make inappropriate ideas funny. There are certain things that simply should not be joked about, no matter how much you try to frame them as comedy. Yet, that is exactly what this entire movie was built on. It felt like an attempt to turn very serious, real world problems into corny punchlines. It almost feels like this movie's intended goal was to desensitize you. Whether this was intentional or not, the effect is undeniable. In a world where so much is unfolding and the public is finally starting to see things differently, it makes perfect sense to produce a comedy that turns these serious situations into a joke. This is exactly how you desensitize an audience. Instead of allowing people to be outraged at what is actually happening, you train them to laugh at it like it's just another punchline. There are several scenes in this movie that try so hard to make you laugh about things that are not funny at all, things that should only be taken seriously. We are going to break down every scene I found guilty of this. If there's
Okay.
any scene I
All right.
missed, let me know in the comments and I'll cover them in a part 2. The first scene that clearly went too far was the parody of The Substance. The Substance is about a fading celebrity played by Demi Moore who tries an experimental drug that promises to make her younger. In the movie, she takes the yellow serum, and in a horrifying scene, a younger version of her literally crawls out of her back. I actually covered this movie some time back if you want to check that out.
That
In
look
Scary
kind of
Movie
decent.
6, they parodied this exact scene, but they used it to mock something no one should be laughing at. During this part, an aging reporter takes the serum and transforms into Marlon Wayne's character from White Chicks. I'm gonna be honest, this might have been funny on its own if they didn't use this moment to make fun of the infamous files. As Marlon Wayans is seen crawling out of the reporter's back, he tosses out a folder that says the files on it. They made sure to zoom in on it so people could clearly see what it was. In that moment, they had theaters full of people laughing at a real world situation that is not a laughing matter. This was clearly
nigga got-
unacceptable, but they knew that. I don't think they need to be told that the files
That
aren't
dude
a
had
joking
pink
matter.
fingernail polish.
It seems like they were trying to turn a serious situation that affected so many people into a corny punchline. Honestly, considering how many people from the industry were implicated, you can see why laughing it off would be more comfortable than confronting it. It is the equivalent of a powerful politician telling people that anyone asking for the truth is the actual bad guy. This was not the only time they tried to make this scene funny. There's another scene with Brenda, played by Regina Hall, making
to
jokes
Regina Hall,
about
bro.
the infamous island. She straight up says she thought about going to the island to get away from her children. Again, how is this a joke? What is funny about this situation at all? This is not a made up story or a movie like they normally pull from. They are mocking real life trauma. They are taking a situation that has millions of Americans desperate for answers and turning it into corny punchlines. That is exactly how you strip away the seriousness of the entire event. What is truly telling is that there are
I mean, I don't think so. I see where he's coming from. I just don't think so though. The only reason why I say that is because yes, that's in the back of my mind, but also people go to movies and things of that nature just to I guess escape the matrix. for a short amount of time before they have to go back.
Appropriate jokes at
In
the
my
expense
opinion.
of children throughout the entire movie. There is a scene where they parody the movie Terrifier. In Terrifier, the main antagonist goes around taking people out for no apparent reason whatsoever. The Wayans decided to parody this movie, and once again, they added an unnecessary pun that is inappropriate. In the scene, they show Art the Clown doing what he's known for. He is then shown dressed as a mall Santa where he literally gives the child actors Christmas gifts. I'm not gonna say what the gifts were, but you can look it up. To me, this was the exact moment Scary Movie 6 went too far. Another scene that went too far was the church scene. It almost feels like the movie would be incomplete if they didn't have at least one scene mocking those who believe in God.
But I was gonna say, yeah, I thought that was based off of Sinners though.
This
That's what it
scene
looked
was
like.
supposed to be a parody of the movie Sinners,
Yeah.
which opens and ends with a church scene. In this part, we see Shawn Wayans reenacting the viral moment from Andrew Caldwell, the I'm Delivered meme. But obviously, because it is Hollywood we're talking about, they had to take it a step further to make it completely disrespectful. During this scene, we see Shawn Wayans' character get up in front of the congregation to
gay
give
no
a
more.
testimony about his own personal life. Then, just like the meme, he tells them that he's no longer gay. But then he proceeds to literally hawk Tua on the mic in front of the whole congregation. Now, I understand this was a viral moment, and I see the humor in the original meme, but this movie clearly took that moment just to mock the church. Scenes like this dangerously affect how people perceive religion. They see moments like this in movies and get a complete misrepresentation. Now, I don't personally tell people to go to church, but I still understand how important it is to respect other people's religious beliefs. God is not to be mocked, and scenes like this are exactly why so many people feel like their faith is treated as a punchline by the entertainment industry. They could have made this joke anywhere else, but they chose a church setting which tells you everything about how faith gets treated in these movies. Now, there was one scene that I found very interesting. In the movie, Kai Cenat makes a special guest appearance as himself. In the scene, Shorty, played by Marlon Wayans, is hosting a live stream with Kai as his special guest. If you have seen one of Kai's streams, then you know he likes to play a game called the pool noodle game, where someone straps on a helmet and allows others to whack them over the head with a pool noodle. In this scene, Kai sits in the chair while Shorty and his friends hit him with the pool noodle. Out of nowhere, Ghostface pops up and takes out Kai Cenat live on stream. Shorty, instead of being shocked that his special guest just got ended in front of him, starts cheering and bragging about how viral they went. This scene stuck out to me for two reasons. One, this proves Kai Cenat has officially crossed into the Hollywood world. And two, they
I mean, after he had this little stint with his ex old lady, and she did what she did to him, whatever she did to him, turned Buddy completely different. I don't know if that's the same Kai Cenat that we know. I don't know if it's just a different version of Kai Cenat. You know what I mean? But hey, the old Kai is gone. The new Kai, I don't know too much about.
show just how desensitized streamer culture truly is. While this was a movie and nothing like this has happened in real life, if something like this did happen in real life, it would likely play out the same way. I honestly can see streamers more concerned about the views and going viral than the person who got taken out on their stream. We have seen countless examples of this many times over. Streamers who, instead of cutting the stream when things get serious, leave it playing because it's content. This movie showed us a representation of just that. When things got as serious as Kai being taken out, the crowd sees it as just content instead of what it really is. Now, I already see people in the comments defending this movie by saying the Wayans brothers advertised this whole thing as a film that would purposely cross the line. They literally put every line will be crossed on the poster. But this is not a defense. By their own admission, the goal was to see how much they could show you.
Judging by the trailer for this movie, it looks like you guys offend everyone. Okay, nobody is left out of this movie, and I heard you, Marlon, say that, you know, we have to bring back comedy, we have to cancel culture. So I wanted to hear your take on that.
Comedy is all inclusive, and we've always been equal opportunity offenders.
I say that all the time.
Right, so if everybody gets it, you get a chance to laugh at yourself and get a chance to laugh at others, and it's a safe place. So it's not a negative thing to cancel culture. It's free in your sense of humor.
You can't let cancel culture cancel laughter and comedy. We need it.
You do. Like, I don't look at this movie as just a movie. I look at it as It's medicine. It's something that we all need. I mean, it's been years since we all sat in a theater as a world, as a community, and just laughed at ourselves and each other. And I think that this is a great opportunity to do that this summer.
Is there a line or a scene that you're kind of like clutching yourself like, oh, is this going to be received? Or you just like, no?
There's a few.
There's a few. Okay. Can we get a little something?
No spoilers.
No, it's not a spoiler. Just give us a little sprinkle.
You'll see. And then I'll look at Instagram and I'll be like, oh, maybe we went a little too far on that one, huh?
So you're anticipating that
Yeah.
response.
And based on everything we just broke down, desensitizing the
normal.
audience seems like exactly what was achieved. As you can see in this video, some lines shouldn't be crossed. Joking about the fouls is that line. Showing the Terrifier scene is beyond crossing the line. They are literally advertising this movie as a film created to purposely desensitize the audience. But this seems to be a running theme when it comes to movies Marlon Wayans stars in. We can see this exact same thing found in another recent movie he was a part of, Him. Last year, Marlon starred in the movie Him. Before the movie came
was
out,
last
there was a
year,
lot of
too.
hype behind it. The film was attached to Jordan Peele, so people were expecting a deep film like we saw in Get Out and other films he made. When Him came out, the critics and fans hated it alike. I covered it, and while the movie had a good story and great acting, the pacing was horrible. Anyways, just like we see in Scary Movie 6, Him seemed to be trying to desensitize people in its own way. In that movie, a rising athlete gets invited to train with a pro football legend played by Marlon Wayans. Marlon invites the upcoming star to his ranch, where a bunch of weird things start unfolding. By the end of the movie, the athlete finds out that he was being prepared to take Marlon's place since childhood. It turns out that all the football league owners in the movie belonged to a group that controlled the entire league. When Marlon invited the young athlete to train, it was to make him participate in a strange passing of the torch ceremony. In that world, only an athlete who participates in that weird ceremony can become the next superstar. While people hated the movie, I saw it as a modern Eyes Wide Shut, a misunderstood movie that was showing us a visualization of what is possibly happening behind the scenes. But at the same time, it felt like it was almost normalizing these dark ideas as a normal part of reaching success. In fact, Marlon and Jordan Peele repeatedly advertised this movie as what's needed to be the GOAT.
This film is about the relationship between a student and his hero. Him means the GOAT,
The greatest of all time.
Legends, man.
the one person who deserves respect among all others.
In the trailer, Jordan, Marlon, and the lead actor all say at the same time, to be the greatest, what are you willing to sacrifice?
And this film begs the question,
But literally, that's what everybody says. Like, from acting, sports, just like creativity and everything else. What are you willing to sacrifice to be one of the greats? You gotta give something to give something. Give something to get something. The equal and opposite exchange.
To be a star, what are you willing to sacrifice? When you find success, the devil comes with it. The price for greatness. What are you willing to sacrifice? Then the day you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it?
Whether intentional or not, the effect is that crossing dark lines gets framed as the price for greatness. And that normalization is worth paying attention to. There is so much more to that movie. I actually made a really great video that breaks the movie down.
We see
It
that.
is actually my second
Yay.
most watched video of all time. If you want to see why Him is the modern Eyes Wide Shut, watch this video right now. I also want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you feel like Scary Movie 6 was trying to make people laugh at things that cross the line? Or do you think nothing is off limits when it comes to comedy? Normally, I agree that comedy is meant to be provocative and controversial, but I cannot laugh at jokes
Keep
when they're
people
at the
going.
expense of real pain. Also, I have seen a lot of you asking me to cover the movie Obsession and The Backrooms. If you want to see a breakdown on these movies, comment Backrooms below. If a
I still gotta watch the back rooms, but Obsession was really good. I didn't realize how much that really might be one of the best movies of this year, the best horror movies of this year. Because it's new IP and everything else, it was super good. And also I did a reaction on my other channel, like during Halloween or whatever, of the dude that did that series. It was called The Chair. It was super good. All that being said, man, hit that like, hit that subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Did they go too far? Did they not go far enough? or it's just the Wayans brothers. So like, yeah, you just like, it is what it is. Let me know. Hit you on the next one. Peace.